Hello and welcome to another episode of the Adobe Creative Suite podcast. My name is Terry White and I only have a few minutes. So what I'd like to do is show you my top 5 favorite things about the brand new Lightroom 3. Now, these are by no means all of the features of Lightroom. These are just my 5 favorite picks. Let's start off with my favorite, and that is tethered capture. So I've got my Nikon D5000 here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Lightroom. I'm just going to go up to my File menu. And I'm going to come down to Tethered Capture, a new feature, and say Start Tethered Capture. Now I can give it a session name, which I've already done, Top 5. I can tell it what sequence number to start with and how to name the files, what folder to capture them into, because keep in mind, Lightroom is always capturing your images or using your images in a standard folder, and what metadata and keywords to apply. So actually I'm sitting here in Birmingham in the UK, and I'm just going to go ahead and click OK, and that will start the tethered capture interface and create the new folder for these images. Now at this point, I would be in my studio normally, but I'm sitting here in a hotel room, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab a shot of one of the things in the room, which is a chair, and we'll just go ahead and snap that. And what you can see is instantly Lightroom brings that image in. I can go full screen on it. I can get rid of my panels, and then I can continue to capture. Here we'll capture an image of this lovely desk lamp there, and Lightroom will just bring in that raw file and go ahead and move to the next image. So I can continue doing this, capturing things, and Lightroom will continue to bring them in as fast as it possibly can. And keep in mind, these are raw files, so your JPEGs will even come in faster. Now, I could even have it apply presets. So here's a tip. I could go in and adjust the white balance of these shots and then choose same as previous. So that way it'll just keep adjusting the white balance without me even having to make a preset. So that's pretty cool. Now, you may not want this interface showing all the time, so you can hit Command-T on the Mac or Control-T on Windows to hide it, and then just keep shooting. But I'm going to go ahead and bring it up so I can move on to the next thing. All right, so now we'll bring the panels back. We'll go to the folder I was just in. The next thing that I'm really excited about is my second favorite, and that is the ability to have custom watermarks. So for the first time now, I can not only have just a copyright, but I can have my own text-based watermarks, which I can use any fonts I want. I can change the opacity, control the positioning, every aspect of the text that I want, including the font, the alignment, you name it, the color, you got it. So, or I could also choose a graphic. So for example, I'll go in and let's see if I can find a graphic here that I want to use. Let's see here. I think I've got one over here somewhere. So we'll choose this logo, which is a PNG file. And the reason I went with PNG is because it supports transparency. So I can go ahead and increase that logo size. And again, I can control the position of it. So I can say that I want it in the center. And I can also lower the opacity. And I can save as many of these custom watermarks as I want. So we'll save this one as logo. And choose them anytime I want for any of my export modules or saving or printing or putting on the web, and use these custom watermarks that will automatically also size based on the size of the image. All right, so that's custom watermarking, and that's number 2. Number 3 would be the slideshow features that have been added, one of which is my favorite, and that is the ability not only to have custom soundtracks, which I've put in here, or just grabbing music. So I grabbed a music file from one of my albums here, and it's a standard AAC file. Of course, it works with MP3s as well. I can not only have that music playing, but I can also fit the slideshow to the music. So if I had a bunch of slides and I wanted it to end on the last slide when the music's done, I can say fit to music, but that's not what I'm most excited about. I'm most excited about this button down here in the bottom left, export video. That's right, you can not only play your slideshows on screen, but you can export them all the way to 1080p high resolution HD video. So, cool to be able to export not only the slideshow, but the music as well. My fourth thing is the print module. So we'll go to the print module, and as you know, we've always had the single image contact sheet type of print from Lightroom 1. In Lightroom 2, we added the picture package, and in Lightroom 3, we addressed the main concern with the picture package, and that is wanting to do a custom picture package. So for example, I can drag images on the page and put them anywhere I want, and more importantly, I can specify preset sizes. So if I need a 5x7, I can put the 5x7 there, and then I can go grab an image that I want to be a 5x7 and drop it right in. I can add new pages. Let's say I want this to be an 8x10, and again, I can go ahead and grab an image that I want to be an 8x10. And I can even pan it around and move it within that frame if I need to. So you get the idea, your own custom layouts, and then once you build these layouts, you can not only print them, but you can also export them for JPEG to be printed maybe at a lab or by someone else like your client. Now, and of course, we also support 16-bit output for the Mac printers as well, because that's built into the operating system. So last but not least, and I know it's going quick, but you know what? I said 5, so we're going to stick to 5. Let's go back and let's look at this particular collection where I've got an image here that was shot with a fisheye lens. And while fisheye can be creative, sometimes just because you could doesn't mean you should. So I shot this with a fisheye, and I kind of changed my mind that, you know what? This might look better if it were not a fisheye effect. So now we have lens correction built in. Not only lens correction that you would have to change, but lens correction that auto detects which camera and lens was used to shoot that, and it has a profile built in to auto correct the image based on that. And because it's in the Lightroom Develop module, it's non-destructive. I can always come back and turn it on or off. So there you have it, my top 5 favorite new things inside of Lightroom 3. Now, I could get into the noise reduction, I could get into other features in the library module, but I didn't. I could get into the video support, but I didn't. Those are my top 5. If you want to know more about Lightroom, head over to adobe.com, and of course, you'll see more videos on the CreativeSuitePodcast.com and Adobe TV. That's it. Thanks for checking out this episode. My name is Terry White. Thanks for watching.